Now, when it comes to planning our week, here's some things to keep in mind. I believe that for me, I use Sunday night. That's kind of one of my just routines that I have. Sunday night, kids are in bed. That's when I spend my time really planning out the next week, thinking about the next week. I've known other folks who, they do it Friday at the close of business so that they truly have the weekend. I kind of like having the weekend to sort of marinate on what happened that week and what do I need to get done. So I like Sunday night for that. I'll tell you, Monday morning is too late. If you say I'm going to plan out my week Monday morning, you won't do it. It's something's going to happen. The whirlwind will be waiting for you. You can't do it. I'll then go, the next step is I'll review my personal and professional goals. So I got personal and professional goals. And so I want to go back and I want to review those. What am I trying to get done? Right? What are the goals that I've generally set for myself? Do I have, health goals? Are there things that I'm trying to accomplish? Trying to learn a foreign language, which isn't one of mine, by the way. But hypothetically, I want to go and look at all my goals and just connect with them. Just, what is it that I said I would do? And I'm not going to spend a lot of time evaluating it. Is it still a worthy goal or not? I just want to connect with it, right? I want that in my head. I want to anchor those ideas that I decided at some point were worthwhile. I'm then going to go and review my calendar and note any major commitments or must-dos. So what's coming up this week that just is going to happen, right? Like this thing, being here. This was just going to happen this week. I know my wife actually asked me because my brother-in-law is getting married this weekend, and we got a lot of family coming in. And so she said, hey, could you take Thursday off? No, because this was budgeted. Like this was here. It was taken. So I knew that I couldn't, right? And I just knew that going in. So looking out at the calendar, what's coming? What are some major commitments? What are some must-dos? Also, review any pending meeting requests. Like, do you have any meeting requests in your inbox? Did somebody hit you up over the weekend? So I'll go back and review my inbox. What's going on there? Anything that needs to be slotted into those meeting blocks? I'll double check recurring meetings and commitments. Are they still happening? This is important. Sometimes you look and you go, oh, that one-on-one with Richard, he's out of town. I can cancel that. Woo, free time. That just opened up. I got a new focus block. That's what I really want to put in those places. Or did they move? Right? Do we know that we had to move it? So I'm looking at my calendar, the recurring meetings and commitments, are they still there? I'm then going to go and I'm going to review my themes. So what are my themes for each day? Are these still aligning? Are these still appropriate? I'm literally evaluating this on a weekly basis, and I'm going to review my goals again. So I reviewed my goals at the start. I then go and see what have I already committed to, or what are people trying to commit? Then I go back and I look at my goals again, just to make sure that I'm not letting something win that shouldn't win. And then I'm going to determine my weekly big three. So that's when I decide, Sunday night, what are the 3 things that I'm going to seek to accomplish that week that are going to move me forward towards these goals. So I pick my weekly big 3. My weekly big 3. These are the 3 things that I know if I get all 3 of these things done, great week. Great week. And I make sure that the 3 things that I pick, I can accomplish those if the only thing that I have, if the only time I have to work with them are the focus blocks that are already built in. That makes sense? I make sure that it's just those focus blocks. I'm not going to budget anymore. If I know that a big 3 is going to take 2 full days and I don't have that, then that's either going to be the only thing. It's going to be a big 1. I need to break it up into other things, but I make sure it can get done in those focus blocks. And then I want to limit the gaps. And what I mean by limiting the gaps, basically this. So remember, this is my open schedule. I'm then going to go and drop in and see if I can't make the bulk of the light blue go away. So that becomes this. You can see the dark areas get scheduled. And it's not uncommon on a Sunday night to be looking out there and realizing, wow, Thursday is kind of mercifully, empty. That's great. I'm going to have lots of time on Thursday. That changes through the course of the week. But at this point, I'm looking out there and saying, okay, what needs to be scheduled? Let's go ahead and drop those in. Notice, by the way, dark blue means scheduled. This is, again, my color code. Use your own system. Dark blue for me means scheduled. Light blue means it's open, but themed. Orange is personal. So my daughter's orthodontist appointment is on there, right? Am I expected to be there? No, but if something doesn't come up, sure, I'll go, right? But I've got dinner and family time. I have date night, right? All those things, the personal stuff is on there. You are one person, you have one calendar. One person, one calendar. Now, what is not here that has since been added is exercise. I realized I was not exercising as often. I had put it on my I had blocked it out on the hand-drawn one. I never transferred exercise to this calendar. I think that was intentional because I hate exercising. I've since gone and added it to my calendar, and now it's there. Actually, I see now the reason that this is open is because that particular day we were doing a strategic planning offsite. So that's why those were open. So that's what I'm gonna do. I wanna fill the gaps. I wanna fill in the light blue, and I wanna make it dark blue. If it's not taken, I still wanna fill it in. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna book a meeting with myself. So light blue is bad. This is what, I'm fine going into Monday with it looking like this, but if that lunch meeting is open, I'm gonna look, okay, I was planning to have a lunch. Who's somebody who I should take to lunch or call, right? I've got a massive block here from 3:30 to 5 where I didn't have anything scheduled. Okay, great. That means I can drop a critical task. I can actually have multiple focus blocks. Make sense? I wanna fill this out. I wanna make the light blue dark.